everybody, thank you for joining the live. And we have about 37 people watching me. Hello everybody, it's been so long I've not come live. So I thought that when I come live today, it should be for a reason. Hi Ashish, thank you. A lot of you have joined in. So yay, amazing. So guys, I am just gonna let you all know that today is the live that I'm doing and I'm discussing all things hair with somebody really special, and I've shot and I've partnered with Moha, and I love their products, and so we are here to discuss about a lot of things. Now, being a model myself, I kind of color my hair very often, and I style it often. It's always curl and I'm always doing so much to my hair. So even I had like a lot of personal questions to ask. So I'm gonna do that. Meanwhile, if you guys also have any questions that you want to ask, you please keep posting all your questions. I'm sitting with pen and paper, so I'm going to make a note of all your questions, and then once we start with the live, and then we will have all the questions answered. I got a couple of DMs for certain questions about hair coloring, grey hair, frizzy hair, fine hair, so I've made a note of all of that, and I am going to then answer all the other questions. Hey Paras, thank you Katyal. So I'm seeing us so much love. Allahabad kab aa rahi ho? I'm gonna go to Allahabad maybe in the coming month, because right now I have a lot of work to do, so I will go live little later. Okay, I'm good Zulkar, I am good. Harry, I'm good, I'm very good. So yeah, okay. So Moha live, I'm gonna go live with Moha live right now, and yes, okay. Yes, we are going to answer all your hair fall questions also. Don't forget about that. I am going to go over there and answer all your hair fall related questions in a bit. We have to do a little bit of background, give you a little scientific understanding into what goes behind hair fall and so many things that we don't know or we take for granted, and how important those regime or those routines are. So we are going to get to all of that. And the boys who have come, even you can stay, because I'm sure even you will get to learn some interesting facts about how the body and the hair and everything functions in general. So we will do that. Let's see. Meanwhile, we have a very special person who's actually going to join us live, so I'm just going to check if she is here, and I'm just going to check if she will come live. So yeah, meanwhile, while it's just establishing the network connection, yes, मैं Splitsvilla पे गई थी, but it's been 4 years. So yeah, I will do one thing, is that I will done. So yes. Hi Shreya. I have a classmate also who's tuned in. Thank you, Humera. Hello, doctor.
Hi. It was a juggle, and I'm really sorry.
Not at all.
Apologies for the delay to everybody. It's technology can be mischievous sometimes.
So for everybody who's on my platform, this is Dr. Manisha Mishra, and she has an experience of over 20 years in Ayurveda, and she's also a medical advisor to Moha. And today we are going live because of Moha. We got associated because of Moha, and today's live is really special. So ma'am, a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So
Okay,
let's crack it.
Yes, let's start. So guys, since all of you have been following my story since 2 days, we mentioned Moha, and today is the day that I'm going to introduce the whole initiative to you. So Moha Save Our Skin, it's basically a series of Instagram lives that we are going to be doing every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And we have a very holistic approach to your skin and hair care concerns. We're answering lots of your questions, and the main purpose of doing this is to help you interact with all the leading experts from the field of cosmetology, dermatology, Ayurveda, and yoga. And we're going to help you combat all your issues. And in case you don't know, Moha is our leading Ayurvedic expert. They have 20 plus years of experience. So I'm very, very glad that I got associated with this brand to be able to understand and answer a lot of queries. Because being a model myself, I only stick to certain things. I don't go out of my way to experiment too much with my hair and skincare. So I'm very excited, doctor, to have the session today and to understand everything from a very different perspective.
True.
And today, we are discussing all things hair, doctor. And hair is a very integral part of our beauty routine. Like, without styling the hair, nobody's truly ever ready. But all the styling, all the coloring, and all the pollution, and because of Corona, the additional stress, everybody is losing a lot of hair. There's premature graying, and there's dandruff because winter is coming. Not in Mumbai technically, but like for the rest of India, there's dryness, there's brittle hair, split ends. In fact, doctor, you will be amazed to know that somebody DM me saying my hair is really fine. It's almost like transparent. So, I'm very glad we are doing this live. So, let's get started. Please give us an insight into how Ayurveda plays a part in helping us achieve healthy and happy hair. And let's get started.
Yeah. We are actually blessed to be in this country, and Ayurveda is an integral part of our life. And we understand, we actually manage a lot of rituals. We just don't know whether how we are doing it is actually scientifically correct, at least related to Ayurveda.
Correct.
So Ayurveda talks about three basic constitutions, and these are the three pillars the entire thing stands on. So there is Vata, there is Pitta and Kapha. These are known as doshas, or basic elements of the body. And these elements, their interplay defines the characteristic you would have as a person, and that affects your hair and skin as well. So when I'm talking about Vata type or a Pitta type or a Kapha type, predominance is there. It's a mixture of all the elements.
Correct.
Predominance, if you see, so people who are Vata type will be a little fidgety and thin, and even if they eat a lot, they will not put on weight and all that stuff. And Vata element is a little drying and cooling. So these people have hair which is very dry and dull and lusterless. That word Rukhe and Bejan is actually for them. So, and if there is an imbalance of Vata, you will see a lot of dryness and hair fall not from the root, but hair will break from any part, split ends. And this can also get aggravated that we were talking about. A lot of treatment you put your hair through. There is chemicals, there is color, and this also can vitiate this element of Vata. Second type is, and also their scalp is very flaky, and they are prone to dandruff. They don't have a lot of dense hair. They will have scalp which is okay type of hair, and hair is a little thin. It is not, the roots are not strong. So if you give it a pull, it will come out easily. And their hair growth cycle is erratic. Sometimes they will have good growth, and sometimes the growth will not be so good. So this is generalization, but you will know when you see the hair. Second type is Pitta type hair. The kind of hair you have. You might have colored it, but they have this thin, little brownish, silky, soft, fine hair.
Yeah.
And the scalp is usually greasy, so they need to at least wash their hair and scalp every second day.
Yeah.
And they are prone to oily dandruff, oily scalp, and they are prone to premature graying. And since they are very fond of spicy and hot stuff, they are also prone to hair fall. So this is the second type. The third type of hair is the Kapha type. Predominantly, these people have good, black, thick, strong hair, and the length grows nicely. And the moment you look at them, there is a lot of volume. If they open their hair, it will bounce and it will look nice and everything.
Like one of those shampoo ads that we have, like that Pantene
hair. Exactly. One of those shampoo ads, that bouncy, nice jet black hair is a Kapha type. And once these things are vitiated, you will get problems with hair. It could be hair fall, it could be premature graying, it could be dandruff, and many more. Okay. So since we are talking about hair and scalp problem, we'll be sticking to the hair fall, the premature graying, and the dandruff part.
dandruff,
So
and
this
also
is
also doctor the drying part, because my hair is also super dry like. So okay, let's
super
just,
dryness
yeah.
happens
Sorry.
because we step out so much outside the environmental pollutants, the sun. All of us step out for work. We are always out in sunlight, and
Correct.
that can damage your hair. So either you use an umbrella when you are in harsh sunlight,
Yeah.
or you follow a daily ritual where you can pamper your scalp and hair and take good care of them. So, you know,
Okay.
hair is a part of your personality, and everybody wants to look good. We want to have good hair. The problem is we are a little lazy. So if you want good hair, you need to work hard towards it. It's like anything else. So if you can take care of your skin, you can take care of your hair. So dry hair needs moisturization. So dry hair needs hydration. Dry hair needs nourishment from the hair root. So when we talk about Ayurveda, the treatment aspect includes a good hair care regime, what you eat, what you put in your
Yeah.
body, because that also reflects on your health.
Yeah.
How, what kind of physical activity you indulge in, the exercise part. And fourth is your mental makeup. What kind of thoughts go to your body. So these three, four things define how you can take care of your hair. You know, people who have very dry hair are also prone to anxiety. They will think a lot, they will fret a lot. And these days, our lifestyles are so erratic. We wake up late, so we miss out on good time to eat.
Yeah.
We sleep late. So once we sleep late, we are aggravating the vata factor in the body. Vat jitna badega, dryness will keep on increasing multiple. So if you want good hair, please correct your routine. Don't have too many sodas, don't have alcohol, do not smoke, because these are all drying. Caffeine tea is also very drying. And
Right.
people who stay up late end up drinking a lot of coffee just to keep
Correct.
awake, just
Correct.
to keep going. So more than 2 cups of tea and coffee is actually harmful. You can have two or three at the most.
Yeah.
So you have to take
Because
care
again, doctor,
how
I
are
feel a
you
lot
doing
of
it.
us have, so some of us are also, when you used to having so much tea, coffee, apart from that you're also having so much sugar. So again, it's like a, it's really not good for the body. Like you said, you have to eat super healthy. So yes.
So yeah, healthy is what? What should each person eat? So if I have a vata type hair, I need to eat a lot of things which is warm, moist, and which imparts a lot of nourishment to my hair follicles and obviously to my hair. So
Correct.
you eat uh, a lot of nuts, good fruit. Amla is something which I tell
Amla.
everybody to eat. It may be vata type, pitta type, kapha type. Everybody should eat amla.
Yeah.
Um, So this comes mota mota. What khana should you have? Palak should be a part of your diet. Spinach should be there.
Yeah.
Dals, lentils should be a part of your food. Whatever eggs, protein, whatever non-veg part you can take, it should be in the amount which you can digest.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about hair care routine. Ideally, Ayurveda suggests there has to be a nice hair care routine, and we at Charak and Moha have a range of products for hair care,
Yeah.
scalp care, and also to treat dandruff. So there is 5-in-1 hair oil. You know, oiling is a must. It is a part of, we have grown up with it, but right now we don't use it that much, and we don't know the correct way to oil. So
Yeah,
Moha
because
5-in-1
doctor,
hair oil.
personally for me also, I should oil my hair because I'm into modeling. So they style my hair, they use products all the time, and let's be honest, the heat protectant and all that doesn't work because you are stressing out your hair. But I, first of all, don't have time to oil my hair. Second of all, obviously I'm lazy. And third, I feel my hair is normal, but if I put too much oil, I end up over shampooing, and then in turn it becomes a vicious cycle because then I'm losing more hair because I'm over shampooing and my hair is just continuously stressed. So after, I would love for you to address this also, how to, correct way of shampooing and everything.
Yes. So I was coming to that only.
Yeah.
So what kind of oils are good for your scalp and hair? So there is coconut, there is almond, there is argan oil, there is sesame. Sesame is one of the best oils. There is rosemary, there is jojoba, and 5-in-1 is a mixture of all these oils.
Everything.
How
Because
much oil
I'm
should I
so
apply?
sorry to cut you off, but we just got a question about this. Kriti Bhalla was asking that if we can mix castor oil and flaxseed oil.
For application to the scalp?
Yes.
Depends on what kind of scalp. If it is very dry, then why not go ahead, because castor oil is very, very sticky.
Yeah.
And it is very greasy and difficult to remove. So if you want to use all these kind of oil, first you have to, as I told you, you need to know what kind of hair and scalp you have. If it is very dry, your hair is very dry, then go ahead. Such oil should not be kept for more than 2 hours on your scalp. So I was just telling you the hair care routine. So when I talked about all these oils, and these are also present in Moha Python and hair oil. So if you want to apply oil twice in a week, since you have dry hair, you should just take around 10 ml of oil, warm it a bit, and apply it. Start from this part, the middle of the scalp. This is known as murdhani. So start from here, pat it here, and then you start applying all over the scalp. You don't need to apply on your hair. It automatically, with the flow of gravity, it will go. You can just spread it, your fingers, right down to the tip. If it is very, very dry, maybe a little more hair to the shaft of your hair. Correct. Otherwise, too much, as you said, you will shampoo more. And shampoos are basically cleansing agents. So if you want to use a shampoo which is herbal, gentle to hair, and it has ingredients which are hair friendly, like amla, like bringraj, like aloe. So, and how often should you shampoo? Every time you oil your hair, you can shampoo. You can keep the oil for minimum 1 hour and maximum overnight. The right time to apply oil is around in the evening after you've had your dinner, because then you're not exposing yourself to dirt and grime outside. You're stepping out. So आप उसको रात को लगाएं whenever you have to oil your hair. If you are really in a hurry, you can apply it in the morning. Don't step out. Keep it for 1 hour, and then wash it off with lukewarm water. Do not ever use hot water to wash your hair. You can use lukewarm or cold water. Now that winters have set in, you can just go for kosa or gunguna pani, and that works. As I said, use gentle herbal shampoo. Why herbal? Apart from cleansing, they end up taking care of the scalp, which otherwise would not be taken good care of. So if there is a little amla or bringraj or aloe in your shampoo, it will nourish your scalp. It will be good for your hair. So your hair is not stripped of oil. So it is always recommended that you use a herbal product. You
because Kajal just asked the same question, that what shampoo to use. So Kajal ma'am has answered your question. You should use a herbal shampoo, and depending on your scalp and how oily your scalp is, then accordingly, choose the shampoo and oil. Okay, Mahima is asking what do you mean by herbal shampoo? Yes,
herbal shampoo. See, every shampoo will have a base which is to cleanse your scalp. It could be a sulfate or any other cleansing agent. But just cleansing agent will clean your scalp. When I'm talking about herbal shampoo, I'm talking about herbs as a part of that shampoo. So now, as I said, Moha herbal shampoo, which has amla, bringraj, aloe, brahmi. These will not bother. This will soothe your scalp. They will not irritate. If there are boils and dandruff, that also will be taken care of. So that is what I mean by herbal shampoo. It does not mean that you use herbs directly to the scalp, because right now we don't have that kind of time and luxury to do it. So if there is a shampoo available, it's better to use it. And also, 50 years back, it was nice that you could use shikakai and all, because we were not stepping out so much. We were not exposing our hair to so much of color and treatment. Coloring itself is a drying process. Heat, you iron your hair and so many things. You apply mousse, you style your hair, and every styling agent can cause residue to your hair. It will clog your pores, it will damage the cuticles. So in such cases, I recommend that you use a herbal shampoo and a herbal conditioner, or maybe a herbal serum.
Okay.
And they should have oils which are natural, because hair is a protein. Oils also have proteins, and they act like cement to take care of your cuticle, damaged cuticle. Like conditioner and serum is moisturizer. What moisturizer is to the skin, conditioner is to the hair. जैसे आप हमेशा moisturize करेंगे, you will moisturize your skin. The same way you will always condition your hair post a shampoo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, doctor, we have a couple of questions. I just wanted to take them before we go to the other parts. Piyush is asking that I am oiling my hair every 2 days and I use shampoo and conditioner also following the oiling, but my hair doesn't shine at all. It looks really rough. So, what to do?
What's his name?
His name is Piyush.
Piyush. Piyush,
Yes.
first of all, you see what kind of nourishment you are having. See your lifestyle routine, make changes to them, and also check what shampoo suits your scalp. If it is very dry and rough, uh, choose shampoos which are really, really mild, and conditioner which is hydrating, which has natural oils. You can use Moha conditioner or Moha serum. And how often do you step out? What kind of a job profile you have? You will have to work out everything, because if it is drying, there has to be certain element which is also within. So what you're eating, what is your lifestyle, and hair care routine is good. You just have to change a conditioner. I don't think you're using the right conditioner.
Okay. And ma'am, there's somebody who's asking a very different question, Katyal. She's asking that, I don't know if it's he or she, I'm sorry, it's just Katyal, so I can't make out. So that person, Katyal, is asking that one of his or her friend met with an accident and fell on the head. And now the hair growth is severely affected. So what to do? And there are a lot of questions about hair growth, in fact, over here.
See, hair growth, you need to understand the hair cycle. Let me just briefly tell you what is a hair growth cycle. So hair is always in 3-4 phases. There is a growing phase, there is a sort of transition phase, there is a rest phase, and then there is shedding. Hair will fall. So 90% of hair is in the growing phase, which lasts for 5 to 7 years. Then the transition phase, where hair is about to go into a resting phase, be there for maybe few months, and then shed off. So that is 2-3 weeks. Then there is a resting phase, which can be around 3 to 4 months, sometimes 5 months, depending on what kind of constitution you have. And finally, shedding. Shedding is 10% of your hair. So this is a hair growth cycle. Ideally, it is found that Asians grow around 1 to 2 centimeters of hair per month. But again, it depends on how you're eating and your genetics and your lifestyle. So Vata type might not grow that much. It will keep on breaking, and Kapha type will have nice hair growth. So hair growth, for hair growth, 2-3 things you need to incorporate in your daily routine. As I said, oil your scalp, use a good shampoo, use a good conditioner, and eat amla, raisins, and almonds daily. It is a necessity. Your hair is made up of has a lot of vitamin A, vitamin E, it has iron, it has carbon, it has nitrogen, and these things, we talk about biotin, which will come to later.
Yeah.
These things have to be in correct amount in your body so that your hair grows better. So having almonds daily or maybe 10 soaked raisins daily helps good hair growth. That is for sure. And amla in any form, it could be a chutney, it could be a powder, it could be amla juice, it works beautifully.
So that makes it very
again,
easy for everybody who loves chatpata, that we can have amla in like different form, not just the typical thing.
It's whatever way you want to use. It could be, as I said, it could be chutney, it could be a murabba, it could be a powder, it could be a jam. Choice is yours. Hair growth
somebody
is
has also asked that her hair, so we have questions about frizzy hair. We also have questions, somebody is asking that my hair tangles a lot. So when I obviously comb it, it falls. So, again, what to do about that?
See, as I said, 10% of your hair is always in a shedding state. So 60-80 hair loss in a day is absolutely okay. You don't have to fret over it. When should you fret over it? When your hair is falling too much and it is not regrowing back. And regrowth is, the hair is so fine that if you rub it with a towel, it will break off. That is a time when you should really worry. 2-3 things. Don't comb hair immediately after oiling. Don't comb hair immediately after having a wash. Do not massage your hair as if it is not your hair and it is somebody's hair. Head massage should be an experience. It should be relaxing. There are many faida of head massage. It improves your vision, your eyesight. It reduces headaches. It is good for relaxing. It takes away your stress. So I recommend a good oil massage every day
Yeah.
with hair pack for rough hair. See, for rough hair, I don't know the length of your hair. You will have to decide the quantity accordingly. Best is you take aloe vera gel. You could take Moha aloe vera gel, mix it with coconut milk. You grate a coconut, take 2-3 spoons of milk out of it, add 1 teaspoon of honey, mix it and apply it from root to tip. Keep it for 30 minutes and wash it off. All these
Okay.
times, whenever you're applying a mask, always remember one basic thing. You wet your hair and with warm water so that cuticles open, and then you apply a pack, and then you rinse it off with cold water. You can shampoo also, that is okay. But before applying, wash it with warm water, and after application, you need to wash it off with cold water. So it will hydrate better.
Okay. Doctor, we have a couple of questions about hair spa. So Manisha is asking how regularly should we do hair spa? And before that also there was a question that how good or beneficial do you think that a hair spa is? And this was asked by Mahima.
Okay, when you're talking about hair spa, you're talking to about going to salon. See, spa is basically, it's a massage. It is a deep hydration to your hair. So what kind of people should go for hair spa? People who really have dry, damaged hair, who keep on coloring their hair frequently, and who are exposed to more heat treatment and stylings.
Yeah.
So you can you can do a spa once in 3 weeks. Every weekly spa, your hair cannot hold so much moisture that you're trying to give it. Also, when you're trying to, one simple spa which you can do at home, since it is deep conditioning only, you can use a normal herbal conditioner. You can use Moha conditioner, add aloe vera gel to it. So 2 spoon of each, tablespoon of each, mix it well and apply from top to root to tip, and just keep it for 15-20 minutes and wash it off. So that also becomes a home spa. So what condition you're suffering dictates how often should you go to spa, but ideally once in 3 weeks or maybe once a month. I don't think that more than that is required.
Okay. And somebody is asking that my mom is in her mid 40s and she has curly hair. So what kind of hair care or products or regime is needed for curly hair?
Okay, curly hair is where it's actually a dry hair. So Ayurveda says kutil hair. So there's a lot of dryness to it. So they need to oil their scalp and hair well. They need to condition their hair well, and they need to apply a hair pack once every week. And the hair pack has to be hydrating. Aloe vera is most important, which you can use as a hair pack. You can mix it with amla and a little bit of honey and a chammach of yogurt. So aloe vera, yogurt, amla, and honey, a mixture of this, just apply it on her hair, keep it for half an hour. That works wonderfully.
Okay. And somebody is asking that my hair used to grow, but Shanteri is asking, but from 6 months, my hair growth has completely stopped. So please suggest some home remedies.
How did you measure that your hair growth stopped? So I need to know, did you not go to a barber? So what dictates hair growth has stopped? You have to realize hair keeps on growing. These are things. Hair is supposed to protect you. It is supposed to protect you from environment and heat and cold and whatnot. So hair will grow. Only thing, it might be a bit slower and you would not be registering. You ensure that you're eating well and you're using good products, which are again herbal in origin. Since I represent Moha, I suggest everybody to use Moha hair care products, and I vouch by it.
And also, doctor, there's somebody asking, even I want to ask this question because even my hair growth is super slow. So how often do you need a haircut? Mahima has asked that
Okay.
question.
This is a good question. Ayurveda grooming part, hair grooming is a ritual in Ayurveda.
Yeah.
A part of daily ritual is that you apply hair on a daily basis here. Just dip your fingertips in oil and apply it on the middle of the scalp. This has to be done daily. Combing twice a day. And comb, when I say, ideally a wooden comb is better. Combing is a must. third thing which is important is grooming of hair. So grooming is through cleaning and trimming. So 2 to 3 months. So within 2 months, you can trim your hair, say around 1 inch. So that is how often you can trim, 2 to 3 months. Because your hair, as I told you, ideally your hair will grow 1 to 2 centimeters every month, depending on what kind of length you're looking forward to. Everybody wants, girls want to be Rapunzels. I don't know about men, whether they are interested in growing their hair. So if you want really long hair, you have to trim it so that it grows better. Because those split ends and all, everything go away, and then there is more way for longer and nicer.
Correct. So, doctor, let's get to hair fall specifically. That there are so many things we read that if you're losing 80 to 100 strands a day, it's okay. So, because everybody eventually gets to this issue that what is the count or what is the cutoff. So, when do you think we should be worried about hair fall, and when should we see a doctor?
Okay. Ideally, as I told you earlier also, when should you see a doctor? You should see a doctor when you think your hair fall is exceeding 80 hairs per day. You can count it. You can count it when you wash your hair through the day. So if you're combing 2 times, bring that hair on a paper or something and keep counting hair. So you will ideally know. You can shampoo that day, you can comb 2 times in a day and count. If it is more than 80, then you should worry. You should also worry. Hair fall could be multiple factors. It could be because you are suffering from some certain illness, you're taking medications, you have hormonal issues. Women in their 40s start losing hair very often because their hormonal imbalances happen. You might be suffering from PCOS. For men, again, hormonal imbalances can hamper their hair growth. Thyroid problems hamper their hair growth. So you have to first evaluate those and see whether those are the problems. If that is not so, correct your lifestyle and use good grooming products.
Oh. And doctor, talking about premature graying, because a lot of us, like, we do color our hair because it's trendy and all, but for like our parents and everybody, people who cover and color their gray hair, and what about that, like premature graying, how can we combat that? Because we just got Richa Pradhan's question saying that I have gray hair, so please help about that.
Okay, see, premature graying again in Indians and Asians is when you have graying before the age of 30. Around that part, so Pitta type people are prone to premature graying. People who are aggressive, who have a lot of anger, who have a lot of acidity are prone to premature graying. So that again, having 5-7 hair is not premature gray. It's something you can make peace with. But if it is growing to a greater length, you have like 40-50 white hair before the age of 30, then you should be worried. And you should, for such things, you should start eating amla and til on a daily basis. So that prevents premature graying. Using products which have amla, brahmi, bhringraj. Bhringraj is a beautiful coloring agent. Even shampoos it will start repigmenting your hair follicles from the roots. Hibiscus oils, it could be in your hair oil, which is there in 5-in-1 hair oil. So it prevents premature graying in certain cases. Hibiscus, sesame, coconut, all these oils are beautiful. And you need to apply at least 3 times in a week so that you see better results. Again, hair grooming results are not overnight. You need to, everyone reacts differently to products, and you need to have a little faith and wait for a certain time, and you will see the results.
Yes, doctor. Also, I would say that I don't know if I'm guilty yet of doing this, because I don't know if it's right or wrong. But I really want to understand what is the role of supplements, because I personally, I do take biotin. I have hair gummies and I drink collagen. I've been drinking, and I'm very fond of it because it's helped my skin for sure. But since today we're discussing about hair, so how, to which extent do you think these supplements play a vital part in changing the texture or giving you good results for hair specifically?
Okay. Coming to the part that biotin and collagen, these are supplements people do use.
Yeah.
Biotin is something which is made by your gut bacteria, and it is made within the body. So sometimes if you have very poor digestion and if you're not eating well, then you can go ahead and take supplements. Biotin is also available in amla. So if you're using products which has amla, it will protect your hair and also improve your hair growth. So hair oils which have sesame is again good for biotin content. It almost has many vitamins. Sesame seed is full of calcium and protein, so it is great. So amla and sesame is something I suggest on a daily basis, and brahmi too. Brahmi also is great in improving the collagen. So where does collagen come to play a role in the hair growth? So collagen tightens your hair root. So if you have hair fall from the root, it will just strengthen the area around the root. So that collagen strengthens the root. It is not affecting your hair. It is strengthening the root, and that is why your hair fall stops.
Correct.
The hair was shedding, it stops. So such you can use these collagen things in your shampoos. You can use it something orally. As I told you, amla is good in for biotin and collagen. Sesame seeds are there, bhringraj is there, brahmi is there. All work beautifully. You can orally take it, and you can use products which have it. As I said, Moha products do have all these things, including shampoo, including oil, including serum, including conditioner. So yeah.
There's so many products and so many things, but I'm glad that you pointed out about collagen. Otherwise, because I personally believe in collagen, biotin and all that. You can obviously get it. Iron, of course, you can have it from food, but collagen, since after 25, you don't produce it that much. So it's important to have like a good quality collagen also. I feel, especially for vegetarians, doctor, do you think that we have to be extra careful about our diet because we don't get so much?
As I told for everybody, it's important that you have. This is very important. Have raisins daily, have almonds daily, and have, if possible, khajur or dates. आपको ये जरूरी है. There is, since it is winter, I would also suggest incorporate til in your diet. It could be black or white, whatever. Up til ka powder. You just mix amla and til together and just have it 1 chammach every day, and you will see wonderful hair growth in next 4 months.
Okay, doctor. Now, is there any specific little secret about Ayurveda that?
There are two things which I want to tell. First of all, dandruff and winter care. So dandruff is
because
going to show a lot.
Sorry, we just got a question about this. Somebody is asking that, Mahima is asking that, can dandruff be a reason for hair fall?
Yes, dandruff is one of the reasons for hair fall. Around 5 to 10% of people do suffer from dandruff at some point in their life. So dandruff is very common. Dandruff again is of two types. One could be very dry, one could be oily. As I told you, Vata and Pitta, both people are susceptible to dandruff. And winters it will aggravate all the more. So there has to be a winter hair care routine which takes care of dandruff. Dandruff ke liye, it is necessary that you use oils which have neem and tea tree. So we have Moha anti-dandruff oil also. So it has neem oil, it has tea tree oil, it has rosemary oil, and these are all antifungal. They maintain the normal flora of the scalp, and ये bacteria और fungus को दूर करते. So it is very good for dandruff. और dandruff again आता जाता रहता है. So you don't have to do something कि आज मैंने तेल लगाया और कल dandruff नहीं रहेगा. No, it has to. If you have to eradicate it completely, you will have to follow the rituals for at least 2 to 3 months. So if you're using some oil, religiously use it for 2 to 3 months, which could be neem, as I told you, tea tree, neem, rosemary. All these oils are very good for controlling dandruff. And similarly, an anti-dandruff shampoo. Moha has amazing anti-dandruff shampoo that can be used to control hair fall again, dandruff and hair fall, because it removes dandruff. So these two things are very, very important. Yeah. Oiling, again, I said must. It is necessary. And using hair packs which are dandruff which can reduce dandruff. तो आप नीम और पुदीना इनको मिक्स करके उसमें से थोड़ा सा एलोवेरा जेल डालिए and just apply it to your scalp, and you will see dandruff disappearing. You can do it once a week or twice a week, depending on what kind of dandruff problem you have, and it will help you a lot. Okay. If you cannot do anything, what you can do is take Moha anti-dandruff oil, mix it with aloe gel, and just apply it as a pack for dandruff. That will work wonderfully.
I think that's a great idea. So somebody already has these products at home, and mixing what is already available is a much better solution. Because we
Easy.
also hear,
Yeah.
doctor, so much about sulfate-free shampoo, and in fact, we have a question from Mahima about this. That how is a sulfate-free shampoo or conditioner more beneficial?
Okay. I don't think conditioners have sulfate. Sulfate is a cleansing agent. So sulfates have been there for longest period of time. Shampoos developed in 1932 and they started with sulfates because that time hair was very greasy.
Correct.
The idea of using a shampoo is to remove the grease. If it is unable to clean your scalp, why would I use a shampoo? So having milder sulfates like Moha shampoos do have sodium laureth sulfate. These are milder sulfates and they are good cleansing agents. And they do not damage your hair because they are with natural products. So, and they do not let residues be in your hair. Why do I use something which is which has milder sulfates? Is just कि residue नहीं बचे मेरे बालों में. If I have to wash, it has to completely go away, whatever is the crime. And this I have to tell everybody, when you're shampooing, just ensure that you massage your scalp and try to remove all the sebum and gruff right from the scalp. So yes, it's up to your choice whether you want to use sulfate-free or milder sulfate shampoos or some other type, because whatever agent is there in the shampoo, it is meant to cleanse. And you know, this is interesting. Sulfates cause irritation in the eye. So aankhein jalti hain. So one, you know if the sulfates are going to harm you when it is disturbing your eyes. So if that is not happening, you should be just fine with whatever is suiting your scalp.
Okay. So, doctor, we have a couple of more questions. I'm very actually happy that even boys are participating in the live. So, Uday has asked that how to give a natural shine to the hair after a hair wash. And even Sneha has questions about how to make the curls look glossy.
What was the question?
How to make the curls look glossy. And even Uday has asked that how do we get a natural shine to our hair after a hair wash?
Okay. For curls to look glossy, again, use a very good conditioner. Curly hair are prone to dryness and brittleness. Trust me on that. So if you have curly hair, hydrate every time you shampoo, condition it very well and oil it very well. And the last and final rinse, if you want, you can do it with a vinegar or kali chai without sugar. That will give you a gloss. So that works. These are instant tips.
I'm also making notes.
You can also use you have hairsprays, bottle होगी खाली, उसमें आप काली चाय मतलब diluted सी बना के रखते हैं. Just put a drop of honey and just spray it on your hair. Your hair will look glossy.
Oh, that's a nice tip right there. So, Mahima also wants to ask that what about density? Like she wants to know how can we increase the density of our hair?
See, density depends on how many hair follicles are present on your scalp. Some people naturally have very less follicles. And since their hair is fine, वैसा the volume does not show. है ना? जैसे कितने तो आप वो blow dry वगैरह करते हैं for it just to look a little voluminous. So ये आपके बालों का problem हो सकता है कि आपके hair follicles कम हो. So if you want to improve hair growth, eat diet rich, again as I said, almonds खाइए, तिल खाइए, आंवला खाइए. ये हमारे hair growth tonic है. You can also orally take Bringaraj, and again use hair care products which are gentle, herbal, and which contain things like sesame. Sesame is til. Til is one of the superfoods for hair growth, orally as well and local application as well.
Okay, we have a very interesting question. Vaibhav has asked that how do we stop hair fall when we are losing weight and working out?
Yes. So, you know, working out, how you're doing it is what will help your hair. Some people aggressively start losing weight. Weight loss has to be gradual. You know, body goes into a stress when I'm losing 10 kgs in a month. So I will shed everything. I'll shed weight, I'll shed hair. It's gone. Because you're starving yourself for nutrition. So आप अगर weight loss कर रहे हैं, workout करें, then be sure that you're eating well. At least correct nourishment is there in your body so that you are nourishing every part of your body. Because this excessive exercise causes stress, causes hormonal imbalance, and also sometimes it could lead to lesser calcium. So that could also lead to hair fall. So be sure that you're not aggressively doing it.
Yeah.
और aggressive मतलब 1-2 घंटा आप वेट ही कर रहे हो और lot of running and everyday gymming, then it is going to affect your hair health for sure.
Yeah, and I didn't even know about this. Somebody is asking, Saujanya is asking, is hair Botox helpful in having healthy hair?
Hair Botox. See, Botox is something you can't put anything on the hair. It has to be on the scalp. Botox is meant to paralyze your skin so that you don't wrinkle or age. So it is done on your skin and neck and other problem areas where you want a wrinkle-free look. Hair Botox is something which I also don't know. I'll have to read because hair does not need Botox. If you're doing it on the scalp, there has to be some reason for it.
Maybe
Are you talking about
means,
biotin?
doctor,
I
I
she's
think maybe that person means about, people get hair transplant, or I don't know what does this mean.
Because Botox for hair, I will also have to
Because you
inquire.
are from a completely natural side, you are from Ayurvedic side. This is completely.
I will tell you natural things so that you don't need Botox
Correct.
when required, when we age, like everybody is going to one day.
So, doctor, now let's talk about this that somebody is asking, because this I think is a very important question. That does hairspray and blow drying lead to hair fall? Because I am using, I think, both the things almost on a daily basis.
ब्लो ड्राइंग कभी भी, ये तो मेरा सबको कहना है कि जब आप बाल धोएं तो उसको टॉवल ड्राई करें. डू नॉट ब्लो ड्राई योर हेयर ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. Hair has certain amount of oil. When I'm putting blast of warm air to it, it just evaporates all the oil and whatever moisture is in the hair. For the moment, it will look all nice, but if you're doing it again and again, the hair will start breaking from middle. मतलब बीच में से ही बाल टूटेंगे आपके, and it is not good. It causes a lot of dryness and roughness to your body. वो रूखे बेजान बाल की याद आपकी बन जाएगी. So please do not use a lot of blow dry. It is something I don't suggest people to do. So,
okay.
And heat treatment too.
Okay. Vaibhav is saying that he was on a diet and he lost a lot of hair while working out. So he wants to know if there are any multivitamins available for hair.
Multivitamin, there will be plenty. One of the natural multivitamin, as I said, is til or amla. आप उसी को खा लें, आपका वजन भी नहीं बढ़ेगा. Since you are struggling for weight loss,
Yeah.
You will be nourished from within. See, hair growth needs calcium, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C, some biotin, and iron. Iron is a must. One of the leading cause for hair fall in Indian women is anemia. आपका खून ही कम है. And circulation, blood circulation needs to happen. The blood needs to reach the scalp to nourish it. कैसे जाएगा? So आप आंवला और तिल मिला के खाएंगे तो it will give you all the required vitamins. Otherwise, I'm sure something is available in the shops and you can find out. I have told you what all is necessary.
Yes. Now I think we'll just go to the last question. Piyush is asking, how often should we use a hair straightener in a week or a month?
Okay. Hair straightener, how depends on how often do you require to have straightened hair. Sometimes, just being yourself is beautiful. You don't always need to straighten your hair. You need to be grumpy. You need to be, it's fine. You have curly hair, you have frizzy hair. Just step out, be happy about it. But groom yourself well, comb it well. And it's all about, I'm telling, hair is an extension of your personality. But sometimes you just have to be like chill. It's fine that don't need to iron it and I'll step out.
Yes. And doctor, what about split ends? Because so with me personally, what happened was that because I colored my hair so much and my hair was very dry, I had tons of split hair, and somebody told me my split ends were all the way at the top. So it took a lot of time. I had to get a couple of trims done and obviously oiling and everything done. But because obviously it stunts your hair growth, so it took a lot of time. So what is like the Ayurvedic approach for split ends?
Okay, split ends require, again, split end is happening because your hair is very, very dry. First
Right.
thing, trim it off. If there are
Right.
extreme split ends, because there is no cure to it. What damage has happened has happened. Once you trim it off, ensure that you are hydrating your hair with good conditioner. You oil it and wash it and condition.
Yeah.
And conditioner, when I say good conditioner, it has to be a herbal conditioner with a lot of natural oils like jojoba oil, water lily oil. So these things need to be there, and I suggest I that you can use Moha conditioner and see the difference.
Okay. So Vaibhav says, thank you so much, ma'am. Really genuine advice, and yeah. So I guess that's it. We've answered a lot of questions. We've seen things from a very natural point of view. The natural way to go about it, things that we can incorporate in our diet, and of course the key ingredients that we should look for in our hair care products, as well as the new things that we can try. Mahima also says that the session has been incredibly helpful. So thank you
Thank you,
so
Neha.
much.
I think thank you so much, Sri Radhe, and I think it went smoothly. Whatever questions you have, you can continue asking. In fact, tomorrow there will be a session on the Moha Life with Tara Sharma, who will be telling you about hair care with normal yoga routines. And I would request everybody to join so that, as I told you, food is important, grooming is important, good products are important, and also exercise is important. So you will know the exercise aspect of your hair care with Tara Sharma, and you will have hair as gorgeous as her. So why don't you tune in tomorrow again and join
Also,
us live?
I think we had a couple of questions based on skin. So just wanted to let you all know that me and Dr. Manisha will be back next Friday, where we are answering all your questions about skin pigmentation and all the other skin concerns that you might have. That session, I think doctor is going to go on for a long time because we have so many
It's fine.
concerns, and we just at times we are fed up of marketing, and we want you to be there and to answer questions. So that's going to be next Friday. But like doctor said, don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 4:30 on the Moha Live page, because they have a very interactive, fun session with the very, very ravishing Tara Sharma. So she's also going to answer a lot of your
Yes.
questions. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us on Moha Save Our Skin series. It's been absolutely great and also very informative. I have made a lot of notes over here in terms of the changes
Thank
that
you
I made.
so much, Sri. That was amazing. And it was fun talking to you. And I
Likewise.
enjoyed the questions that were thrown to us. And I hope you will join again for the skin session. And we'll
Yes.
be solving and decoding a lot of skin problems too.
Yes,
The
for
Ayurveda way.
sure. And I cannot end the live without saying this, that guys, please go follow ma'am on her Instagram handle and follow the Moha Live, because we have lots of tips and tricks and a lot of fun sessions planned for you. And we hope that we can make a difference to your lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much to all the viewers who were there with us, even all the boys who joined, especially because I didn't expect such a good response from the boys. Boys also had questions about lashes. I will not name that person, but we were getting questions about eyelashes and all. So maybe we'll take that up.
Um, for good eyelashes, parting tip is you can apply a kajal ki tarah, a little castor oil before going to sleep. And for eyebrows, you can use 5-in-1 hair oil if you want good eyebrow growth. That works. Just tip of your finger and apply it on your eyebrows, and you will see good eyebrows.
I was just going to ask you, like, what is that one parting, tip, and you've given it. So
Use Moha 5-in-1 hair oil for hair growth on your scalp as well as eyebrows. So that's the parting thing. And eat well, be happy, do not stress too much, because everything, whatever we are born with, it is going to shed one day. So just enjoy the moment and be stress free.
because doctor, they say that beauty is not only from the outside, beauty matters what's inside. And of course, if you're happy and everything, it reflects. They say your skin is glowing today, so likewise your hair will also glow. Feed yourself with good emotions. So thank you
Yes.
so much for joining us, Doctor. I'll see you soon next Friday. And meanwhile,
Sure.
guys, you can DM Doctor, you can DM me about all your questions, and we'll take it up next Friday.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye. See you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Have fun. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, guys. It's been absolutely great talking to you all and being here and answering all your questions. And I will come live again separately to talk to you all and generally, just to update on the life and what's going on and to know how you all are doing. And I also want to really, really thank all of you for being with us. And don't forget that this is the Moha Save Our Skin series, and we have a lot of great content planned for you, so we will get back with it. Meanwhile, have a great weekend.